Alright guys, what's going on today? So in the previous video, we got out the old cracked flywheel housing. As you guys can see, this thing sure did take quite the hit. But our engine and transmission is fine. We did go ahead and pick up a new one. What we're doing is we are jacking up the engine and we are trying to line up the new one already. So we got that new flywheel housing in there. We got all the new gaskets, new rear main seal. Engine was sitting down probably about 2 inches, so we had to jack it up quite a bit. Now it's pretty much leveled with the frame.
Oh yeah. Okay. Done deal.
Just like that, the new flywheel housing is in. All we got to do is torque down those bolts. So what do we got on here? We got the flywheel housing bolted on. We got the new rear main seal pressed in. All new engine mount bushings and bolts. So basically ready to put the clutch in on the transmission and slide everything in. Just like that, the flywheel is in, torqued down, all the bolts are in. Now we are ready to put this transmission back on. We're gonna slide on the clutch brake on, and we're gonna then put on the clutch on the transmission, not on the flywheel. This one just slides on the long ones right here. I don't think it matters which way you put it on.
Make sure the holes are in the bottom.
Yeah, the holes, well, there's only one way.
Okay.
It still spins.
Oh, it still spins.
Yeah, yeah, if you want to take it off, you're gonna have to spin it to get the little Allen keys off on the inside right there. And just slide this thing on all the way, just like that. So we got the brand new clutch right here as well. And check out on the bearing right here, you got those spacers. They're little wooden blocks. That helps you put the clutch on the bolted onto the flywheel. Without those, the plates are going to be pushing against the flywheel, and it's going to be a lot harder to put in the flywheel bolts. So if you're putting in a used one, used clutch back in, you got to put something like this in. Usually it comes, if it's brand new, it comes either with the plastic spacer or these wooden blocks. And there we go, clutch is basically ready. And see what those spacers, guys, do? It lines up. The housing of the clutch lines up perfectly with the clutch discs. Without those wooden blocks, this would be pointing out this way and you wouldn't be able to get the flywheel bolts in. So now that it's completely straight right here, we could easily just slide this all in one piece and just from the bottom window tighten all these flywheel bolts up. But yeah guys, since we got both of the engine mounts in, we were able to remove all the jacks and everything from under the engine and pop down the oil pan. So like I said, nothing was in the oil pan at all. We didn't find one speck of metal, no metal shavings, nothing. It's just like brand new in here. Nothing was in the oil. Oil, pretty clean, not milky, nothing. So guys, we're pretty safe to say that there shouldn't have been any metal shavings in the engine. And yeah guys, we just looking inside, you could tell just how nice it looks right there inside that cylinder. That's the cylinder walls right there, the liner. Let's look at the fifth one right here as well. Looks really, really good inside there. Not a single scratch. Right here, let's check this one out. Yeah guys, pretty much we just looked at all of them. We see the cylinder walls, the liners, they're just in tip-top shape. Not a single scratch, nothing. Yep. We are slowly putting that transmission back in finally. All right, the transmission has finally made it up to the engine. We got it all hooked up, all the bolts torqued down. All we got to do is put in the flywheel bolts, clutch to the flywheel. and the starter, and we're ready. Another look for those who didn't see this flywheel housing, and it's just crazy just how badly, of course, some of these pieces, pretty sure we broke it even more when taking it off. It just had fractured cracks and stuff. When taking it off, we were hammering it off, so we probably damaged it a little bit more. But so now we're just using the transmission window and putting all those clutch to flywheel bolts in, slowly spinning the engine over till the next hole, one hole at a time. Probably would be easier to impact a little quicker. So back here, all we had was the clutch linkage over here, one sensor on top, speed sensor in the back, one right there, a couple air lines we got connected, and just one more sensor down here, and pretty much all ready to go. And this is a RTLO 18 speed. So guys, check it out. One guy mentioned to open up the oil filter, so I cut the oil filter up, and it is clean, no shavings, nothing. If we separate the paper over here, I couldn't find any specks of metal, nothing. Oil filter, guys, it's completely fine. So we got really lucky. All right, we got the top cover off just to do a little inspection over here. Look at the camshaft, look at all the lobes. They look all very nice and shiny. See no bits of metal or shavings or anything. Everything just looks really good in here. So stay tuned, guys. Next video, we are going to be starting it up and going for a test drive. Subscribe, like, and comment.